Alrighty, happy Wednesday, August the 7th, Hebrews 11:30 to 40. Again, it's a long passage, but here we go. By faith, the walls of Jericho fell down after being marched around by the Israelites for 7 days. By faith, Rahab the prostitute welcomed the spies in peace and didn't perish with those who disobeyed. And what more can I say? Time is too short for me to tell about Gideon and Barak and Samson, Jephthah, David, Samuel, and the prophets, who by faith conquered kingdoms, administered justice, obtained promises, shut the mouths of lions, quenched the raging of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, gained strength in weakness, became mighty in battle, and put foreign armies to flight. Women received their dead raised to life again. Other people were tortured, not accepting release so that they might gain a better resurrection. Others experienced mockings and scourgings as well as bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned. They were sawed in two. They died by the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, destitute, afflicted, and mistreated. The world was not worthy of them. They wandered in deserts and on mountains, hiding in caves and holes in the ground. And all these were approved through their faith, but they did not receive what was promised, since God had provided something better for us so that they would not be made perfect without us. Alrighty, so this list of those who faithfully followed and obeyed God, I'll call it the faithful nation. All right, they were faithful. They were not perfect. We can read the stories and see that they failed with regard to sin in their lives, and yet the people believed and the people obeyed. See, I asked the question last week, what faith decisions will you make today that might change the course of your life and have an impact way beyond you and your immediate surroundings? See, the passage above shares briefly the sufferings they endured to follow God. It shares briefly with us the sufferings and the things that took place to secure the promise of God. See, as I mentioned yesterday, I noticed that one where it says they were sawed in two. So I looked that up. It seems to refer to what is said in tradition to have happened to Isaiah, that Isaiah was cut asunder, sawed in two by the corrupt king Manasseh. All right, so what should we notice in a list like this? We should notice that following God's not always easy, but the promises are great. We say earlier in chapter 10, or we saw earlier in chapter 10, that there was suffering for persevering. I believe we're being called to be faithful. We're to pray. We're to draw near, and to draw near with boldness to the throne of God. We'll receive the promised blessings that God has given. We just need to listen and obey. We'll see you tomorrow.